All right, guys. So that's it. Just got out of the theater of seeing Star Wars. Um, there's a lot of good. There really is a lot of good, sincerely. But here's how I feel about this movie. A little bit on the too little, too late end with some things. There were some things that were really, really good. There were some things that were dreadful. Overall, it's better than The Last Jedi. Not by much. My biggest problem after watching this movie, while there's a lot of things in the movie that I have an issue with, I think the biggest issue I have with this movie right now, as I'm walking away, I'm sitting in my car, letting the car warm up. It's freezing. It's like 14 degrees outside. Is that Disney, it appears to me, after finally watching the end of the saga, it appears to me that a plan was put in place. It wasn't followed, and now it's trying to be rectified, and it's too late. This was a 2 hour and 40-minute movie, 2 hours 35 minutes specifically, and it went by really fast because there was a lot of action, a lot of things were moving really quick. Like it didn't drag, which is a good thing, but not in the way they were doing it. You know what I mean? Like there was too much to do, not enough time to do it, too much to fix, not enough time to fix it. So we did a little bit here, a little bit there, and this is what we came out with. I got the indication watching this movie that a lot of decisions were made without any cohesion for this saga, for this portion of the saga, and I got a feeling coming away from this movie that a lot of decisions were made a lot of quick decisions. A lot of decisions were made to try and do quick fixes. Like kind of like if there's a hole, if you're on a boat and there's a couple of plugs, a couple of holes in your ship, and you try to plug it for temporary relief to get to coast. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. It was choppy, it was messy. There were some brilliant moments, just not enough of them. It just, I almost came out of the theater feeling, I don't want to say feeling bad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for JJ. I certainly don't feel bad for Rian Johnson. I can't even say I feel bad for fans, It's just, I think at the essence of it, there was a lack of communication for the saga. And, it's funny, everybody blames Kathleen Kennedy for the whole SJW thing and this and that. I blame her for being a poor leader. That's what I got out of this movie. That at the end of the saga, after all that we've watched, we can blame Rian, we can blame J.J. Abrams, whatever, but it starts at the top. It starts at the top. There was bad leadership. Something was missing at some point between the first movie, the second, and then the third. Because now that I've seen the first two, and now that I finally got to see the third one, these three movies seem like three separate movies that happen to have the same characters and certain elements about their stories that intertwine. And I'm talking about the movies, not the characters. Certain elements about all three movies and their stories that intertwine with each other, but they never feel 100% cohesive. And that's why I have a problem, and a very annoyed problem. I'm too tired to get upset now, but we're gonna do a deep dive podcast tomorrow on the whole thing. It's gonna be full spoilers. You guys know I'll be streaming tomorrow night, so this tomorrow night stream and Saturday night stream will be completely E.T.N. We won't play it again. I know there's going to be a lot of people who want to talk about it, especially on Saturday, because by Saturday, everybody would have seen it. So all I got to say is there were parts in the movie that I really liked. But overall, I'm very, very disappointed. And I think that, look, there's no way I know people will argue. I know a younger audience will probably favor this series overall, because it's their own. They came out when they were, but in the end of the day, I can't see how you would argue that the prequel trilogy or even this last trilogy comes close to being as good as the original. And I think I'm going to hang my hat on Star Wars ending at Return of the Jedi, and I'll look at the prequels as a bad, just a bad history lesson. And as far as these sequels go, I'll just consider them a light show, a show, just a little taste of what could have been, because this saga could have been very good. When I look back at the 3 movies, there was potential there for these movies to be really, really good, despite what people may think about the messaging, or despite what people may think about Rey, because I like Rey a lot. I've said that, but we'll get into more detail. It's late. The car's warming up now, so that's it. So for me, the Star Wars original trilogy is number 1. The prequel is a rough history lesson, and this new trilogy is what could have been. What could have been, So, but anyway, guys, that's it. Overall, I was entertained. There was a lot of good. The visions were great. Special effects were great. But it's very unsatisfying ending. Overall, I gotta say, it's very unsatisfying. So, all right, guys, that's it. Well, we have a lot to talk about this weekend, so I'm glad we get to do it before Christmas. So you guys have a good night, and we'll all talk tomorrow, and I'll let everyone know, including the YouTube channel, when my deep dive goes up tomorrow. Deep dive spoiler review and a detailed look at this movie. So, all right, guys, have a good one.